Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Why Simps Fail. You know what? That word simp is thrown around a lot. It's thrown around a lot. I mean, people even got acronyms for it, which I don't know. As I make this video, I don't even feel like looking up the acronym, but and one of the issues, well, I'm gonna get into why Simps fail, but one issue is the word gets thrown around too much. It's almost like if a man, sometimes if a man even say he so much is like a woman, like genuinely, she could be the best woman in the world and stuff. He say he like her publicly or something, somebody gonna call him a simp. One of the first things I do before I get into why simps fail is really define a simp. Like, first of all, a lot of men, particularly on YouTube, who will do stuff that praises black women, or, and let's be real, this is in the black community that term is used, but praise black women or try to tell the black women stuff like, oh, the black woman is God, and really praising women, they get called simps. No, let's kill that. They're not simps. And I know someone is hearing this like, oh, I'm gonna put a comment in here. They're like, I disagree with Ron. No, hear me out. They're not simps. What they are salesmen. There's a difference. Now, the salesman, yeah, he's going to say all that. Every single one of those men who are doing that, who praising some women beyond a reasonable point, because there's nothing wrong with saying you cool with the women and stuff, and all that stuff. But when some men try to throw other men under the bus, they still not simping. They selling a product. It's like like you say, any man, if they a shoe salesman, and I've actually known some dudes who sell women's shoes. They go in there. That woman is like a 10 wide, with cankles and stuff. Had no business in like a decent pair of shoes, or not something that she has to get specially made, right? But no, I shouldn't say decent pair of shoes. I'll say she a size 10. She trying to get into that size 8, medium, and she trying to squeeze in there. And that salesman's telling her, yeah, yeah, you got it, girl. Yeah, just use that shoehorn or whatever women use. That's a salesman. Like those guys who do, praising the women and stuff on social media or whatever. Most of the time, they sell it. All you had to do is like look and say, all right, what product they selling? They selling a book, shirts, something. Even if all they trying to do is get views to get that AdSense money, they selling something. Because a lot of times with those guys who are selling something, you get them behind closed doors. They probably talk about women worse than dudes who like straight up don't even like legitimately don't like women. They using the same exact terms. You vex them a little bit and see what's up. We'll see what's going on behind closed doors. Now those are salesmen. Those aren't simps. See, a real simp is just somebody who's going to put himself either in a subservient position to a woman, or he's going to praise her. He's kind of like he's the guy in the friend zone who's going to praise her and always agree with her viewpoints and really just be her little puppy dog. That's a simp. The woman isn't choosing him, showing any interest, but the dude's still gonna buy her flowers and still pursue her. No, that's a simp. And the main piece is the subservient part. Basically, the man is following the woman around and agreeing with her, let her have her way, not really contradicting her or challenging her. Basically in the hopes of getting pussy. Now, why he's like this? Well, it's complicated. You know, many true simps grew up in female-dominated households, so they think this is normal. You know, they love their moms, and they think when they dealing with other women, they're not really dealing with that woman as a man should deal with a woman, but maybe as a son would deal with a mother. Yeah, and their behavior is cool if they dealing with an elder mother figure or their own moms or their aunties, but not the way a man deals with a woman. And we know about those. And the reason why they fail, well, other than the obvious that the women haven't chose them, but the main reason they fail is that women are not sexually turned on by that behavior. Now I know that seems obvious, but you know what? Some of the biggest arguments I've had with men over this thing of ours we call game have not been with other players or even just regular dudes. You know, if a regular dude don't disagree with you, they just gonna disagree with you. They ain't gonna really argue with you. They just be like, yeah, okay, that's what I feel. You know, it's cool, dog. But a simp will argue you to death. A simp will go after somebody who's saying something even, it could be constructive criticism about a woman. It's going to be the simp that's going to agree with the go after the man like, oh, you shouldn't have said that, shoot, or you shouldn't have did that. These are goddesses, and they doing all that. They agreeing with the woman, and really they ain't doing it out of sincerity. Let's just be real. They doing it because they want some pussy, and they think that's the real place to it, and that's why they fail because it doesn't work. That's the irony of simps. The shit don't work. It'd be different if it worked. Now, I take that back. There are rare occasions it works. I've seen it. But that's after the man done been there for about 3 years. She done been ran through by about 25 guys. Oh, I'm sorry. You got to double the number of women. 50 guys, right? And he done heard her sob, all that, heard everything. And after about 50 guys start picking up that I don't know if I want to go in there. The men's dicks won't want to go in there. They'd be like, nah, dog, I ain't getting up for this. And then that woman, first of all, she been ran through by 50 guys. She developed an appetite for sex, and basically that simp is all that she has right there. He's like the break in case of emergency dude. That's the only time, and even then, she'd probably be like, "Damn, why'd I do that?" And there's actually some guys they'll wait a woman out. Well, I love you, and the woman settle for the guy just to have somebody. But then some big chest dude with a nice smile come along, and and starts doing her well, and then boom, she cheating on the dude. Cause simps they haven't picked up one thing. No matter what they do, the shit don't work. The shit really don't work. Even that long time hanging out thing. That's actually rare. And I brought this up. And there's a dude, right? I remember there's a dude on a social media that I interacted with. I'm gonna be honest. The level of disrespect I have for this dude makes me almost want to call his name and dare him to do something about it. That's the level of disrespect I have for this dude. Only reason I won't is because I respect the other dudes who know about this dude. And they cool, well, somewhat cool with the dude. But this dude, this one of those dudes who, will put women on a serious pedestal, will actually publicly say, we supposed to be worshiping these women, will publicly say he's looking for a woman to boss him around and stuff. And I'm just like, but he cannot figure out why he can't get no pussy. Like he can literally count the number of times he's had sex in his life. Not the number of women, number of times. And I was like, dude, that's because all that stuff you doing ain't working. You gotta stop that simping. Women don't want a man who wants to be subservient. Well, women, I don't care how much trash they talk. Even the ones who seem like they tough in public, they want a man. They want a man who's gonna be like dominate them, at least sexually. That's just it. I don't care what they do, what type of job they have in the bedroom. Shoot, they don't want that subservient shit. And they fail just for that simple reason. It doesn't turn the women on. It doesn't work. It's really self defeating. Like you have some people out there, they have a personality complex where they just do stuff which isn't in their best interest, men and women. I mean, yeah, that's and I've gotten into it on my private site, my subscription site. It's one of those things like I can't give you everything because then me being a capitalist I am, y'all not gonna want to spend money enjoying my subscription site, which is real cheap any damn way. It's almost it's almost pennies a day for a month. So, but whatever the case, I mean, the bottom line, it doesn't work. They fail. They fail. It doesn't turn on the women, and you can't really tell them that because most of them have friends who will tell them that, but it doesn't work. Now I understand. Trust me, I understand if you publicly simping because it's paying your Mercedes payment and keeping a roof over your head. And as I said, I don't call guys like that simps. I call them salesmen. You just a hustler, baby. But other than that, to do it for free, thinking that woman gonna love you or something, it's like nah, you gonna fail every time, and you need to be broken of that. You need a rehab for that. But anyway, I just wanted to share that today. I'll holler at y'all fellas later. Peace.